Hello, welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks, Top 5 Comics for the week of September 28th, 2022. I'm Tommy, joined as always by Murphy.
Hello.
What's going on? How was your week?
Oh, everything was fine. It was a week.
It was a week.
You had a bigger week than me, right?
Yeah, I had a birthday. It was fun.
Hey, birthdays.
I went to PA Ren Fair. Had a bunch of fun.
Yeah, I have to get back to a Renaissance fair soon. After you said that, I was like,
it was a blast.
man, I love Ren Fair. I really do.
But mine is not the only birthday. TTP is celebrating its first birthday this Friday. So if you are so inclined to join us for a live stream, we're doing a live stream at 8 o'clock this Friday. That is the 30th at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be giving away some stuff, maybe playing some games. We'll figure it out. If you want to come hang out, we'll be live doing something. Haven't figured out exactly what, but we know we're giving away stuff, and we're going to be talking about what's going to be going on in the next year of TTP.
Specifically for the top 5 videos, we've talked about looking back at the top 5s we've done.
Mm-hmm.
So
once we hit a year, once we've hit a year of doing these top 5 videos, we are going to be reflecting back and taking a quick look at the beginning of the video to see how last year's are doing as a collectible. So if you picked up the top 5, where are they now? So some of them are doing pretty good. Some of them are doing pretty good. Don't want to toot our own horns here, but some are doing pretty good. But for this week's top 5, we're going to start with our number 5. DC Horror presents Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead, number 1. So I did not know about. I had seen covers of Sergeant Rock, but I didn't really understand who he was until I read Death Metal.
Mm-hmm.
And the way Scott Snyder wrote him just made it super interesting. But I find it difficult to go back and read those kind of old war comics, so I am interested in this and checking this out.
It's cool to see that they're bringing them back, excuse me, in modern times and modern stories.
So the synopsis reads: Berlin, 1944. The Nazis are besieged on all fronts by the Allied forces. Defeat is inevitable, but Hitler and his team of evil scientists attempt a last-ditch effort that may turn the tide of the war and rewrite history itself, a serum that resurrects their dead soldiers, stronger than they were in life, and sends them back into the battlefield. Now Sergeant Frank Rock and Easy Company have been dispatched into enemy territory to face off against the strangest, most horrific enemies they've ever encountered, Nazi zombies. Horror icon Bruce Campbell and comics legend Eduardo Risso bring you a terror-soaked Sergeant Rock tale like no other. It just seems super cool. Nazi zombies, man. I mean,
always.
Why not?
Call of Duty did it right, man.
Yeah.
Call of Duty did it right.
Yeah.
Also, I should have realized, I was surprised. I was like, Bruce Campbell's writing it. And then I actually read the title and the Army of the Dead, of course.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be Bruce Campbell. But he's hilarious. I think it's going to be sick.
Yeah. And then there's the Allard video variant.
Yeah. There's not many variants, but
no, but there's some good ones.
I like them. I like that the cover B, just the old war poster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one should be fun. It should be as far as spec goes, I don't feel like it'll be much, but I do think it's just going to be a fun one to pick up and follow to the end.
Oh, absolutely.
Nazi zombies.
Right, Nazi zombies. Yeah, it'll be fun. Moving on to number 4 is going to be Grim number 5.
So the truth behind Jessica Harrow's mysterious death and her connection to the Grim Reaper is finally revealed. But how does it connect to her unique abilities and the ancient force known only as the End? The epic first arc of the breakout hit of 2022 concludes here, revealing macabre secrets and what lies ahead for the future of the series.
So it seems like this wraps up like the introduction to this world, the first volume. So it completes the first arc, so you can expect a trade coming out fairly soon. Looks like, we have covers already. But so if you want to start picking up,
this is such a huge series.
Oh yeah,
This and 8 Million Genies, like they both came out at the same time, both got such huge receptions, and this being the end of the first arc, and rumored to set up the future of what seems like it's going to be a long-running series.
It could have first appearances. It could have big discoveries, plot twists, plot changes. Obviously, it will. Yeah. But I mean, we're having a conclusion and then setting up what's happening next. So.
But I mean, it seems like this is going to be a series that's around for a while. So, issue 5 is probably going to be, if you haven't checked it out, a good place to jump in on it.
Absolutely. Moving on, number 3, we got Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 24. It's called Descent. Desperate to rescue Dr. Aphra at any costs, Sana Staros and her crew's search leads them to an old haunt and 2 familiar faces they might not survive. Meanwhile, Aphra delves deeper into the secrets of the Ascendant and the true origin of the Spark Eternal. So, Dr. Aphra, while I've been doing my Star Wars catch-up reading, is one of the books that I've really enjoyed. It is very much just like a boots on the ground. I mean, you do see like the big characters, but not as often. And so it's just one of those things where it's just a different perspective in the Star Wars universe that I really like without having...
Outside of like, the events, there aren't Force wielders really in Dr. Aphra, are there?
Not typically.
Like main characters?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I'm interested in this one. There's supposed to be a first appearance of a group called the Dark Seekers, which, judging by the cover, seems like a group of, people with red lightsabers. I'd assume they're seeking the dark side.
Yeah. And I mean, you saw what happened at, what was it, Star Wars 26?
Yeah.
Just had a couple of no-name first appearances and boom.
Well, that's the thing that's crazy about, I think, Star Wars, and you can attest to this.
Yeah.
I mean, how deep of a dive you're doing. I mean, they're just able to release and create so much content that, they have 5 main lines.
It's captivating. 5. It's really good. I'm really thoroughly enjoying it.
What we've got like 5 comics coming out continuously.
And then you have the minis that come out.
Yeah. So, I mean, this one.
And then you're going to High Republic's coming back?
Yeah, that comes back, what, this next month?
I think so.
October?
I think October.
Yeah, so, I mean, this one's going to be a good one spec-wise, I think. First appearances in Star Wars. I mean, you never know when it's going to, turn into something else.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I could see, like, with all the Disney Plus shows and stuff, I could see Dr. Aphra getting a show.
I mean, if Cassian Andor got one.
Right.
Give Dr. Aphra one.
I think I'd be really excited about that.
Dr. Aphra is kind of one that I don't have a reason for it, but the only thing I've read of it is from the War of the Bounty Hunters.
Okay.
But I would say this was like, I keep up with the main Star Wars and the Darth Vader titles. So this would probably, from what I read just with War of the Bounty Hunters, this would probably be my 3rd one.
Yeah.
If I were to start deep diving.
If I had to pick,
I got a few other things that I have to catch up on.
Right, that's fair. If I had to pick 3, those would probably be the 3.
Yeah.
Number 2, we got Briar number 1 for our Flesh and Blood viewers. It is not a Flesh and Blood comic. There's a hero in Flesh and Blood called Briar. This is a Sleeping Beauty story. But what if Sleeping Beauty never got her happily ever after?
So what if Sleeping Beauty never got her happily ever after and instead had to save herself? Set in a brutal fantasy world that time forgot, this isn't the fairy tale you know. Eisner Award nominated writer, producer, and director Christopher Cantwell and rising artist German Garza reimagined the classic tale as an epic dark fantasy adventure.
German Garcia.
They're missing the I in there.
Yeah, they're missing an I in that. Yeah.
This sounds super cool though.
Right?
It's kind of like, what was that show, Ever After? Right? Is that it?
I don't know. I don't watch much.
Oh, there's that show
non-nerd culture.
Where they had where it was all the fairy tales reimagined and told as like a dark drama.
I don't know.
Happily Ever After, I think, something like that. But
how
sounds
how badass are these covers?
Oh yeah, dude.
And the story sounds awesome.
Yeah, what's about to happen?
Yeah, about to go down.
The dwarves are about to be nasty,
right?
That that's gonna happen.
Oh,
the dwarves are gonna be I don't know, something intense.
Yeah, this is only 3 issues though, I believe.
Oh, look at that one. That's a sweet cover.
Yeah. I think it might only be these 3 issues.
I mean,
but still.
Boom. So yeah. Boom, I mean, I kind of feel like Boom is almost going in the direction of Image.
Yeah, they're just testing out different lengths.
Yeah, just sending out, shorter, better products.
Yeah.
To, see what sticks. Because they can kind of do whatever they want.
I mean, they could just be seeing statistics that long ongoings don't work for sales.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unless you're Marvel or,
Right, sure.
Marvel or DC who have, not a monopoly, but definitely.
Yeah. Why would you pick up issue 37 of some book you've never heard of?
Yeah.
Or you don't know the title.
Spider-Man or Batman, you wouldn't do that with somebody else.
Yeah.
No, so I mean it'll be interesting, but this one definitely it just seems badass. I'd like to see if they did more,
other fairy tales.
Red Riding Hood,
that'd
stuff
be cool.
Like that.
Yeah, the one cover almost reminds me of it, with a wolf. The big bad wolf. Yeah. But moving on to our number 1, Tim Drake Robin, number 1, getting his first book for in over a decade. He was kind of like Detective Comics for a while with Tynion, but now he has his own book again, so it's exciting. Step aside, Damian, the world's favorite Robin, has got this. That's right, after years away, Tim Drake is taking center stage in a brand spanking new Robin series of his very own. A mystery over a year in the making takes shape as a new villain who's been hounding Tim from afar decides to take things up close and personal, putting Bernard and everyone else Tim cares about in peril as things go from bad to worse for the world's oldest and canonically tallest Robin. No, I will not be fact-checking that. I don't think he's the tallest. All that, and Tim finally carves out a corner of Gotham just for himself and sets up shop in his very own Murder Shack boat. Fan favorite writer Megan Fitzmartin teams up with beloved Harley Quinn artist Riley Rosmo to define the next chapter in Tim's life. And as if that wasn't enough, break out your skateboards and motorcycles because we've assembled a murderer's row of artists to draw the 1990s one true Robin in his various looks from over the years. So
I will hot take.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Damian not to be the one we hear about all the time.
I think that's
I don't know. Is it a hot take? I don't know.
I
leave it in the comments. Tell us if you want Damian to still be in big deal.
It's Damian, I think that's a pretty cool take.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm ready for more stories like this. Especially, I mean, Zdarsky said that he's going to be using Tim Drake,
right,
a lot.
Yeah,
like he said that Tim Drake's his favorite Robin, and that's his Robin that he's going to focus on in Batman. So if he's going to be in the flagship, stands to reason we should get a good, solo series.
Oh, of course, yeah. And I mean, it's another way to get a new Bat Family book #1.
Yeah,
because we don't. Yeah, I feel like half of DC's line is somewhat Bat Family.
It's got to be Bat.
Yeah.
The best covers Bat Family too.
Yeah.
I love that Jorge Jimenez one.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was just pulling up.
He showed off the sketch for that way back when Batman 126 was coming out.
Yeah.
But no, this one, I mean, it's gonna be sweet. I'd love to, I think it'll be a little more lighthearted.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Also, that's good.
I feel like that's what the art points towards.
Yeah. Every once in a while, it's nice to have a little bit of a break from the serious brooding.
All right, here's my hot take.
All right, let's hear it.
Chip Zdarsky likes Tim Drake as his Robin. Does Chip Zdarsky like Dick Grayson as his Batman?
Probably not.
A man can dream.
A man can dream, but I mean, at that point, dream crazy. Be like, make
that is my dream crazy.
Oh,
I'd be so thrilled.
I feel like.
And okay.
I think Dick Grayson is doing too much as Nightwing on his own.
No, he would just be doing that, but just as Batman.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he will. Like, I think Dick Grayson has almost grown too much.
Or what if it's just Nightwing and Tim, and Bruce steps down?
I mean, that would be I would read that for sure. But what if Tim Drake became Batman?
Okay.
Probably not. It's not going to hit the same nerve that obviously Dick Grayson would. But I truly think that Dick Grayson is, at this point, he would have to be Nightwing. He would not be Batman.
Right. Yeah. No, I think it's just more like in the main Batman book, the dynamic duo would be Nightwing and Tim. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a hot take.
That's a hot take.
But
and Alfred's coming back.
Yeah.
Give us Alfred back. Give us the new dynamic duo, and then make Damian the new Roz.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, but then where's Jason Todd stand in all this? Because if you're shaking it all up, it's all got to get shaken up.
Yeah.
What, Jason Todd?
Does he have to be involved though? Does he?
Yeah, but I guess not.
Right, like
Babs does.
Yes, sure.
Like,
sure.
Yeah, you can't leave Jason Todd out in that point.
Yeah, I did not read last week's Nightwing. Did you read it?
I did not either.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, how did that conversation go? Because remember we were talking about that.
Yeah, well, were we right?
I need to know. I might read that after we finish up.
The question as old as time.
Yeah.
But no, this one does seem like it's gonna be fun.
Absolutely.
I'm wondering about this. I mean, what the art's actually going to be like, because the last little paragraph says that they've got a murderer's row of artists to draw the 90s One True Robin in his various looks. So it's like, are we going to see this whole issue like different art styles, or is it just referring to the, I don't know.
There's a new artist covers? There's a new main artist on issue 4.
So it's just going to be like a revolving door almost?
Possibly.
Interesting. Oh, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think it might also include like the variant covers is what they're talking about.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I like that Jimenez one, but I like the Dan Mora Young Justice one.
Yeah. Wait, which one? Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that does it for us for our top 5 comics for this week. Stay tuned next week when we come back with the next week's top 5. And make sure if you're around on Friday, join us. We're going to be giving some stuff away. Shout out the top 5 in the chat, and I'll send you a comic book. So, yeah. So first two people to shout out top 5
videos.
Top 5 comics. Just put top 5 comics, and we'll see it. We'll figure it out. And
on the live on Friday.
Yeah. In the chat. Just put it in the join us for the live stream and put it in the chat. It will be something good and it will be something fun. So until that time, we will catch you guys later.